Welcome to Envisioned Broadcasting Radio, EB Radio. EB Radio. Your station for empowerment presents Mom Boss Talk Radio, a show that brings real life, real moms, and real experiences to empower mom bosses everywhere to be ambitious, highly driven, fierce, fabulous, and fearless. Mom Boss Talk Radio begins now.
Welcome, mom bosses all over the world. It's another amazing Thursday, and that means it's time for another great discussion with the mom bosses. I am very excited that you're here. Okay, this show is about three mom bosses bringing you real life, real experiences to empower you as a mom boss. I am one of your hosts, Manyetta, and Jerisha and Kiana, they'll join us in future episodes. Now, you're ready. You're absolutely ready. Your business is thriving, okay? Or thriving enough. What am I talking about? Finally being in a position to make hard business decisions. Now, I'm at a stage right now where I'm able to start looking at sponsorships and collaborations and things of that nature, but I'm like, I'm a newbie to this. Like, what does that look like? So we're going to find out together. How about that? Because you're probably in the same boat, okay? We're probably right next to each other in the same boat. And we're wondering, okay, how can we elevate? How can we, get the money that we've worked so hard to get? Okay, we're so close. So close. And so I'm like, let me scour, the great internet, Beyonce's internet, and see what tips and tricks they may have to kind of help us coordinate and be able to expand our business in those ways. So to obtain, like, for instance, sponsorships, of course I have no clue. I'm like, okay, if I reach out, like, what do I say? Okay, what is my email supposed to look like? Okay, am I supposed to be formal, informal? Like, how does this work? They don't know little old me. Well, here's a few things, okay? Which the first one off the bat was like, wow. Of course, it's, common sense in a way. Like, of course, choose a like-minded company. Don't just go out there and just like grabbing anything that throws money at you. No. You want to make sure that they are, aligned with your business morals or personal morals. Um that there may be even, if you're environmentalist, like maybe find a company that is similar to those type of, beliefs and things of that nature. Don't just go just to go. Okay, because in the long run, I know that is not going to work. Okay, it's just not going to work. So you always want to try to find a company that is, that's representative of you. Okay, because if you get into a relationship with them and you find out some things and it don't align with you, but it's too late because you're already in a contract, what you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Sis, what you gonna do? I don't know. Okay. Um, Another one was like focus on the sponsor. Okay. Um, you know, Definitely dive deep within, who they are as a company, a brand, what they represent. Um, you know, discover them, okay? And here's one little thing. It says, like, for example, the company may want to expand its reach into a target market of the small business, or it may need to improve its reputation by working with a local company. Okay, if he focuses on helping the corporation, the sponsorship becomes more of an irresistible move. So I guess you're looking more so, what is that sponsor getting out of working with you and vice versa? That's how I see that point. Okay. You might see a little different, but that's how I see it. Focus on the sponsor. You will want to find somebody that you definitely want to build with. Okay. You both have a goal at the end of the day. It's business, of course, but you want to ensure that you build that relationship, that partnership, that overall, so you can expand and build and grow, and they also get something out of it as well. You don't want to neglect them once you once you've already signed that contract, the dotted line. You don't want to do that because there's so many problems. Okay. Also, another point it says to create a plan. Now, baby, create a plan. Now that goes. Now I know a lot of small businesses that doesn't even have a full business plan wrote out. Like they don't have all the details in, a Word document or in, spreadsheet, whatever. There's a lot of businesses out there, small businesses that do not have that. And I think a lot of businesses don't know where to start when it comes to creating just a business plan. So creating a plan of action for a sponsorship is huge because you want the company to see your numbers. You also want to see their numbers, okay? Don't get it twisted. It's going to be it's going to be both ways. Okay? We're both going to get something out of it. Um so that's why, like, at the beginning I was like, don't just take anything. Don't just, if you speak with someone and they're like, "Hey, yeah, we'll do it." No, you need to, if they're gonna, jump in it without seeing, a definite plan from you, that might be a red flag. So yeah, you don't want to do that. So, and let me just preface this by saying I'm learning too. I'm researching and I'm looking at notes and I'm taking notes because I want to make sure when I reach out to individuals and companies and things of that nature that I have all my I's dotted and all my T's crossed. Okay, so that's where I'm coming from. But create a solid plan. Um, and even if you're not a big company or a big small company, or as long as you're seeing growth in, of course, a projection. You should always create a projection of where you see yourself per quarter, based on, your current numbers in your business. So, you should also you may want to try to get a CPA or someone financial, to kind of help you in that area if you need help. But definitely create something, a proposal, and make sure it's competitive. Okay, that's what I'm seeing in these, the research. Be competitive, because you want them to see you as an asset and vice versa. Okay, we want to build, grow. Okay, also, also sponsorships come in all sizes. So don't think you're too small for a big company. Okay, I- with today's interwebs, you can reach out to anybody. And if you, of course, like saying before, if you have the same aligned goals and values, it could work out. They can see you as, especially if you have a service, product, whatever it is, and they see that it's going to be beneficial to them, they may utilize you. Okay, and you could be getting to the bag. So don't count yourself out. Do not count yourself out when it comes to the company size. Don't be intimidated. Do not be afraid. Go out there, start sending them emails. Okay, start reaching out. Shoot, go on LinkedIn. Who's the owner? Okay, start going. I don't know if you should directly go to the owner, but get some ins and outs of the companies, and see who's over certain divisions and departments and things like that. But yeah, don't do that to yourself. Don't think small. Even though you may be a small business, do not think small. And I think we have a tendency of doing that. Also too, when you're doing sponsorships, from what I have read and what I have seen and what I've heard, you get, a plethora of additional benefits. Not only from, for promoting and doing sponsorships and things like that for the companies. You could get free tickets to events, access to mailing lists to be able to build your clientele, the opportunity to work for the corporation, like hold workshops and product demonstrations and things like that, discounts, free samples. You maybe even have the opportunity to add your logo to some of their marketing material. There's a lot of ways that these things can benefit you if you play your cards correctly. Okay? Like don't don't hesitate. Cuz look, I'm currently looking at all of these things and I'm going to be putting these things in motion. We've been doing so well with the podcast. I'm very happy and the ladies are ecstatic as well. Growth and also in other business ventures doing well, and we're trying to continue to grow, motivate, and just blossom. Okay, just blossom. And also, when you're doing these things, like if you are in the once you get to the stage of actually talking to somebody and presenting, your whole I'm losing words. If you once you start presenting your material to the company of sponsoring for the sponsorship, be your own advocate. Make sure you are your own advocate. Make sure that utilize your voice. Speak your truth. Do not go into these meetings sugarcoating anything or trying to think that you want to say, you don't want to say what you think they want to hear. Okay, be true to who you are, who your brand is, what your company stands for, because like I mentioned before, you do not want to get into a position where you're kind of stuck. Okay, because lawyers costs, okay, especially if you're trying to get out of something that you put yourself in. So we have to be mindful of that. This is very exciting, but once you get into these meetings, and I'm excited because I'm seeing it, I'm envisioning it. Okay, it's already happened. Not well, it hasn't happened in my head. Okay, in my head, I see myself in these meetings. Okay, being successful. You have to put that out in the atmosphere. You have to, you know, say is going to happen and let it happen. But when you go there, make sure you use your voice. I'm going to keep saying that. Be your own advocate, regardless if you're doing this by yourself or if you have a team. Even if you send a team to do the work for you, make sure you are in it 200%. I suggest, even though I haven't went through it yet, but I suggest that you go and you be the individual to kind of speak. And that I guess that kind of depends, especially if you already have a marketing team or stuff like that, then maybe, allow them a sales team, allow them to do all the things. But if you're doing it by yourself, then you ain't got no choice. Then you're gonna have to go in there and do what you have to do. Okay. Okay, like this is very exciting, talking about collaborations and sponsorships. And I think collaborations on its own is a whole nother monster. But I think that one's a little easier. Especially, if you're big on social media, you have a big social media, not even a huge social media presence, but a decent social media presence. You can always collaborate with other smaller brands just to kind of get your like um cross customer base, I guess. So that way people that may not have heard of you and what you provide will be able to hear from you. Because why? You're collaborating with other content creators and other business owners. And that's where I'm also in the process of doing that as well, reaching out to a few people that I talk to on, and I love me some Instagram, y'all. I love me some Instagram. And if, look, and we will be creating an Instagram, and I will let you guys know when that happens. I'm on so many social media platforms that it's sometimes hard to keep up with everything, especially when you're doing it by yourself. Um, but that is something that I definitely want to add, because I absolutely adore adore Instagram. That's my favorite thing ever. I don't know why. It's just I'm obsessed with it. I think I'm on there more than I am on my other platforms, and that is with personal and business accounts. But I will be definitely adding Instagram for the Mom Boss Talk Radio and be posting a lot of updates and things of that nature over there. But yeah, like I hope you're in that position to be able to reach out and get get sponsorships and start collaborating with other creators and other business owners to be able to expand your reach. That's what we all want, okay? We can do ads, all day, every day, but you know, but when it comes down to it, I think sponsorships and collaborations are definitely a way to go. And if you're not there yet, that's cool. That is completely cool. You know what I'm saying? Continue to work your way up to it if that's something that you want to do. Um, but for me, I feel like I'm right where I need to be to start reaching out and accessing those types of bags, baby. Those types of bags. And plus it'll be fun, new experiences. You're going to learn a lot, especially going through the process. And if you have any suggestions, if you've been through this before and if you've dealt with it, definitely go onto our Facebook group, Mom Boss Talk Radio. Share your experiences. Okay, share your experiences. Let us know if it was a great experience for you, if it was a terrible experience for you. Every experience is helpful, okay, for the next person who's trying to go that route. But definitely if you just want to, leave a comment, share, and just, put in your 2 cents, whatever you feeling like, how you feeling, mental health check-in, definitely go on to the Facebook page. We post every day, okay? And we're going to continue to grow, and I love it. And I absolutely love it. This was a great topic. I'm excited. Okay, you just don't know. Big things have been happening and they're going to continue to happen. We're going to post more updates of what's happening. Also, if you're on Facebook and you're a part of the group, we have started a book club, Booked and Busy, talking about all the things. Knowledge is power, and we want to continue to elevate and, expand our minds with knowledge. So definitely go be a part of that. It's exciting. It's fun. You're going to love it. But I am so happy you tuned in. We are the Mom Bosses on a mission to empower moms all over the world. Mom Bosses, remember to be ambitious, highly driven, fierce, fabulous, and fearless. You are making moves. You got this.
Thank you for joining us on Mom Boss Talk Radio. Follow each of the Mom Bosses on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. If you love Mom Boss Radio, visit the website at www.envisionedbroadcasting.com. We'd love for you to subscribe, rate, and give a review on iTunes. Until next time.